Okay, another one here. Okay, Kennedy scores quickest EPL goal. His first goal in 19 games, of course, he made history this season. Which other one? Yaya doubtful for the game against Manchester City tonight. And most times when he's not playing well, something usually terrible happens.
Let's come over to the Complete Sports newspaper now. He has said we should put this one to rest, but it's still in the papers. Let's talk about it. CRC wants Enyama MNK for Egypt, says they are welcome to his team. And I was telling someone that, look, with Coach Samson, CRC, some of these guys might even return. Remember, he's responsible for the class that brought about Mikel Obi, Taiwo, Chinedu, Buke.
Yes. Well,
okay, remember it was the same CSR that did not have Vincent Enyama, and we decided to pick
Dele
Ayinugba, and of course he considered 2 goals, and everyone was like, why didn't he use Enyama simply because of something? And we ended up not going to the Nations Cup.
It happens, but with Coach Samson CSR, I'm expecting at least 3 new faces.
Their comeback is not unexpected because due to the exit of Coach Sunday Olise in the Super Eagles, you would expect the players that are left out of annoyance or out of the rank of the coach to stage come back to the Super Eagles because they are still playing in Europe, they are still active.
That's right.
So if they come back and they won't bring another rank or they won't unsettle the camp, they are welcome.
That's right. I like that. Character is everything.
Yes.
Because we're getting messages on Twitter. People are saying that you see players didn't play for Mourinho and that's why they struggled. That probably some of the players were even disgruntled over Coach Sunday. They said, but let's leave that. Let's come back to the papers now. They've been saying that no more local coaches for the Super Eagles. This one says Micho declares Eagles' interest as Uganda FA vows not to free the Serbian to coach Nigeria. That's kind of, I don't know. But if the NFF really wants a foreign coach, I don't think we should be going for Micho that is coaching Uganda.
Thank you.
Austin, you're absolutely right. Take for example the Egyptians. They went for Hector Cooper. It was a coach that took Valencia to the Champions League in 2000 and 2001. He is a top grade coach. Before then, it was Bob Bradley, the former U.S. coach.
Look at that.
Now,
but they struggle on that, Bob.
they might struggle on the Bob. They might struggle on the Bob.
Yeah, but
if you know your onions, there are coaches scattered all over Europe that you can appoint as Super League's coach. But the problem we do have in this country, I'll repeat it here today, is that NFF as an institution, they're always going out for bazaar in terms of deals with coaches.
Well,
that's why you can get the right coach to
break
come to Nigeria. Take for example, Glenn Hoddle said it.
Okay.
When they were trying to appoint Las Lagabak, he said Nigeria is one of the worst places you can work. In the sense that
that's his opinion.
NFF.
That's his own opinion. That's Glenn Hoddle's opinion. I completely disagree with him right now.
Westhoff believes he can still coach Nigeria.
Do you know that Westhoff was not dealing? Westhoff was not dealing directly with NFF. Westhoff was dealing directly with the presidency.
Not that, but it was the then NFA that gave him his employment letter. So
they might give him the employment letter. What I'm saying is that NFF should create a conducive environment for coaches to thrive.
I agree with you on that.
Okay, might be blaming Olise for his renting, for his outburst.
Yeah,
I think what about the environment they are using to manage the team?
If you have a coach who is from this country, who played for this country, who understands the policies and system, who knew what happened to the former coach, who was also his former team and also his former captain, then he should have been prepared for this. Enough of Olise. Let's go to Sporting Sun now. What do we have here? Okay. MNK says Eagles will beat Egypt. I think I like his confidence saying that. And Liverpool City light up Anfield. Now, this game will definitely get us talking today. Another one says mass sack looms at Arsenal. I don't know the reason. It's going to be Arsene Wenger. There's a picture of Arsene Wenger here. Carrying his hand is okay. I know he's running right here.
Not yet.
I think it's the players. I think that's what to do with the players because he has some pictures of some players here that might just leave. I
have an Arsenal fan that sent me a mail saying that they will call for a fans party for Parameter Saka, donate some money and tell him to leave the club.
The outburst that greeted their defeat against Man U was a little bit unprecedented in the sense that someone made a joke that when the paraded such a team against Man U, they were beaten 8-2.
Wow.
But when Man U paraded like a less quality team against, they won 3-2. So it boils down to mental strength.
Yeah.
It's bent down to attitude.
That's right.
Because what I saw about Arsenal on Saturday was pathetic.
I think they were more upset with the Rashford guy. They were like, how can 18-year-old boy, I mean,
first game.
just
And
destroy
you know,
me like
Manchester
that.
United wanted to give Rashford a new contract, and the guy says, no, hold on, let me earn it. I like what's happening to me, but calm down, don't rush. So that's the story in the English Premier League. Let's quickly take a look at some of the results from last night, and we're expecting more actions today. Tonight in the English Premier League, Arsenal will be going to Swansea. Swansea will be coming to Arsenal. That's a very tricky game for the Gunners because they need to win this one to put pressure on Tottenham and Leicester City.
And they are playing against their boogie team.
Okay, Stoke City and Newcastle will also be in action. West Ham and Tottenham Hotspur. We talked about that. That's another big one. Liverpool and Manchester City. We see from Wembley, they're definitely going to Anfield right now. What's going to happen? Manchester City, if they can replicate that. We're hearing stories that Yaya Toure might not just play that game, but Manchester City definitely need this one to stay in the hunt for that title. Manchester United and Watford, Odion Ighalo might just get back to scoring ways again when he gets to Old Trafford. We'll see how that will definitely happen today. Now, for Arsene Wenger, you know, he has been talking about Swansea City and, of course, the fact that the players will want to bounce back from what happened against Barcelona, what happened against Manchester United, and of course, right now, they just want to see how they can make their fans happy. Again, we should just listen to him. Then we'll talk about the results of what happened last night.
Bad week, and it's down to us to make of this week a very good week, you know. That's as simple as that. That's why you love competition. Bad week is not permanent. It's what you make of it and how you respond. That's the beauty as well in sport. We were disappointed with the results, but we have not too much time to dwell on that and want to focus on our next game. We gave a lot against Barcelona and an impact on our belief against Man United, so we want to focus on the positives and recover from that, transform the negatives around us into positives and create even more solidarity. Swansea wants to secure their position in the Premier League, so you expect them, of course, to fight very hard, to be very committed and be very well organized defensively. They're a good side who find themselves in a position where they did certainly not expect to be at the start of the season.
Okay, so that's it. Wenger understands that Swansea also needs points from this game, same as the Gunners. So we're expecting a cracker of a game. Let's see if they will show some character tonight at the Emirates Stadium.
Do they have a choice?
Yes, that's the right question.
But Ozil tweeted something. He says, no one needs to tell them how important this game is. Just take a look at the table and you see it.
Yes.
So that's very, very important that they need to come out and show some quality. So results from last night, and Bournemouth defeating, that was surprising result.
Shocking.
Bournemouth beating Southampton by 2-0. Look at Everton, and the struggle continues for Aston Villa right there at Villa Park. 3-1 down ended. Leicester City, West Brom 2-2. What a cracker of a game it was. And when you watch a football game and you see 4 goals, then you know that, it was a tough one. And then Norwich City had to bow down to Chelsea. Chelsea showing some good consistency now. And
12 games unbeaten run.
Gradually.
8th position right now. Just take a look at the table.
If you have been watching their trend, any year they sack a coach, they tend to come out better. Yamarin was sacked and gone to the finals of the Champions League.
That's right.
The year Di Matteo was sacked, Benitez won the UEFA Cup. Mourinho sacked the season again. I wasn't surprised if they get to the finals of the Champions League again.
We're waiting.
Because since Guzenik was appointed, they've only lost 1 match against PSG. That's impressive.
Wow.
That's the quality of a top side.
I know. So that's
beware.
Okay, now
Europe should beware. The Premier should beware.
Cecilia, I say we should beware. Let's talk about our Chelsea team again, because for every fan of sports that wrote of Chelsea during Jose Mourinho, surprise, see them doing well. Thank you so much, Olawale Ishola, for coming around. We love it when you come around.
Thank you to Austin. Thank you, Cecilia.
Okay, well, it says beware of Chelsea. So let's see what they're going to do this season. Well, thank you so much for being part of the program. I'm Cecilia Amog. Of course, we'll be here again tomorrow.
It was good doing this for you, Cecilia. Through passes here and there, and I was scoring. That's the show. I'm Austin Okonakwa. I'll be back again tonight to talk some more sports. But until then, in everything you do, remember to keep talking sports. Bye for now.